I'll never get used to this.
What's up, baby?
What's some of the cast members? What have they been up to? And as we see here, Queen Kelly, decided to take her light, let her light so shine on the Miss Pat show. But you know what's quite interesting is another young gentleman that we used to call Steve Urkel. Jaleel White is actually on the show as well. No, guys. They did not bless us with putting them on the same episode. But we're going to go over that and some of the things that's been going on. Let's get to it. What to do it?
Is that the best piece in the world? Excuse me.
And what about me?
Is that the second born best?
Born best.
Oh, Auntie, I'm so glad you could make it.
You are wearing history, baby.
But y'all can't lie and say that she is not beautiful and just glowing in all this white, looking like fresh money, new money, got money, money, you know. But also, too, I love how she walks up in this thing. She's a regular on the show. Kelly is such a natural, and I love it.
She looked just like you did when you was in college, Lisa. I hope you watched that weed smell about it.
Oh.
Lies. The only thing I've ever smoked is sweet Jesus.
She said lies.
I'm interested because when y'all went out the other night, she said you drank way too much.
Did I do that?
And as we see here, we have Mr. Jaleel White also on the Miss Pat show. What I find very interesting about this, I went and did a little bit of research, and Jaleel and Kelly have only been on the same show twice. And that is the Miss Pat show, and you guessed it, Family Matters. So it's quite interesting that they're on this show, but they're not on the same, in the same scenes together, man.
Oh, but the normal. 5, 6 drinks for dinner, you good. It's just that Denise has a lot of things in her past, and I don't think that she needs to be around all of that.
Yeah, well, understand.
Stunting on her, you know what I'm saying? She came in just glowing, just looking beautiful, just looking stupendous. You know what I'm saying? I thought this was so cool. I had to respond to it. Kelly comes in killing it, on the Miss Pat show. What I think I really love about it, what they did with Kelly, is I think maybe they let a little bit of Laura come out and, come in being all glamorous and fashionable. And in this episode, she's rich. She's rich. And I love that they wrote her that way. Kelly comes in, charming everybody, killing it like she always does. Seeing her beautiful face back on the screen. I don't care if it's a big screen. I don't care if it's a small screen. I don't care if it's ever Family Matters again. Just get her in scenes and get her in movies and get her in TV shows. And as we see, we got Jaleel White. We even got him doing that, his the catchphrase that he made popular. Guys, it ain't his catchphrase, by the way. He made it popular, but it was on many other shows. It was on the Donna Reed show. Donna Reed's son says it when he opens up the oven and the cake falls in. He says, "Did I do that?" Jaleel's the one that made it, just blew it up. But he's not the originator creator. But you saw him do that. And I think what I like about it is, okay, you start to see Jaleel a bit more comfortable, because I don't know if in past years if he would have done that. So I think that was really cool that he did that. And even the way he did it had a new spin on it. Not in a nerdy, my nose and stuff, that type of way. So I thought he did real good. Jaleel, he's on all the shows anyway. He hasn't, in his words, he's never stopped acting. So this is not that big of a deal. But one thing that I saw right away, man, it's like, man, hey, Miss Pat, we missed the opportunity to see Kelly and Jaleel together. You know what I'm saying? They both just look so good in white. Like they both just look really good in white. You can see it here with him and you see it with Kelly. And one thing that I noticed as I was watching him and her, it's like, guys, they still got it. Kelly and Jaleel still got it. And I actually think they could really do something really, really beautiful together. Really, and I mean still where they're captivating. Kelly and Jaleel they got that forever chemistry because it was God-given. It was God-given. And I think that they could do it today and still captivate and still draw you in. I'm not saying for 5, 6, 7 seasons, but I know that they could do it a couple episodes, or they could do it in a mini movie, or they could do it in one episode. They could do it. So it's just interesting that they're on the same show but not in the same episode type of thing. But it would just be beautiful. Not like I said, Jaleel's probably not going to do it because Laura doesn't even exist. Only Myra exists in his world, right? Kelly don't matter. Only Michelle matters. So he's not ever going to do that. But I'm telling you, and I think Jaleel knows it deep down inside that him and Kelly could really do something still today, do something very, very special, because they both still got it. They both still got that magic. They got that look. They still got it. You know what I'm saying? Again, we missed it because we didn't get these two together, which I think was probably orchestrated by him. But nonetheless, it was still cool to see them both kind of show up on the same show, because like I said, I think outside of Family Matters, that's never happened. Let me say this: the Miss Pat show, I mean, they cuss so much. It's like they only read one book ever, and it was the dictionary of all the cuss words ever, and it's the only words they can use. I mean, they curse so much, and I didn't grow up on that. I grew up on the Cosby Show and Family Matters and Full House and Growing Pains, and you know what I'm saying, Sister. I didn't grow up on that, you know, so I'm not really feeling that, guys, because there's just a lot of cussing. But I thought that it was interesting that you would go and bring somebody like Kelly and Jaleel who come from that clean family shows is what I call it. That's interesting that you would bring them on. And they fit right in, you know. Well, Jaleel gonna fit right in because he be cursing all the time anyway, stuff like that. And Kelly didn't curse though, and she still fit. Well, no, Kelly did curse one time. I was actually very surprised by that. I was actually very surprised. She did cuss like one time, and I was like, oh, well, okay, you know. In comparison to everybody else, they cussed about 50. So I told you that it's like our goal is to reach 75 curse words in this episode, guys. And so I'm not feeling that. But let me say, these actors on this show are amazing. Don't get it twisted because the Miss Pat show is on BET. They are phenomenal actors. Every single one on there is phenomenal. And that's what I loved about it when it comes to Kelly and Jaleel. They fit right in. They didn't lose no juice. You know what I'm saying? They still had the juice. I had a hard time, I'm not gonna lie. And with the next scene I'm about to show you, it took me multiple years to actually get through the whole episode. Check it out.
Surprise.
Hey, baby.
I really surprised you, didn't I?
You sure did.
I love you.
Oh, this is Eve. That was the one I couldn't do. That was the one I couldn't do right there. I like the way you kiss me when we're playing the kissing game. But Kelly and Darius are never supposed to play the kissing game. So this was just a lot. It was just a lot. And it just reminded me of how we keep actors locked in a box, you know, and it's just like, and we won't accept them outside of that box. But I'm not lying. It's hard. It's rough. It's rough.
You ready now?
I can see clearly now the brain is gone.
Rehearsal's been going. How are you feeling about this?
First of all, it's a blessing that I got her, you know, because I was wondering who's going to be my partner, because I can't dance. And she made me dance. She told me I could do it, and I did it.
He is so caring. He's just lovely. He makes me feel very much taken care of. He's a gentleman. Yes, you're always asking about me. He's just very genuine. He couldn't fake a single thing. And I love his authenticity.
I don't know if you saw Reginald on there. I loved Reginald. He did so good. I only watched it while he was on. And then once they kind of voted him off, I was done. But he did so amazing. You know, for what he is now. He he took on the challenge. He was such a sweetheart, you know, such a sweet spirit about him. And I love that he was like, man, I'm going to try to give him all. I'm going to try to give everything I got. You know, this is all I got. I'm going to try. And then his partner, I don't know her name, y'all. Y'all see her. She was just as much of a sweetheart. Guys, also, too, let me say this. It's the only time I've ever watched Dancing with the Stars because of Reginald Bell-Jones. I'm like, wait a minute, Reginald Bell-Jones? Let me go check. Let me see what Reggie got in his feet still. Let's see if he got his feet still moving. You know, and he just did, to me, he did absolutely phenomenal. He looked phenomenal. You know, and you could tell, like, when he got eliminated, how the people just flocked to him. Everybody flocked to him and gave him such a big hug. So I loved it. You know,
like both freckles are in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got freckles.
I do, but they're not faux.
They're real ones.
Yeah. This is sun damage. We're sunscreen people.
No. That's not sun damage. Your freckles are cute.
Thank you. Okay, Jaleel, we're gonna lock in ultra thin brows.
All right. Is the top answer ultra thin brows? Yeah! Another takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
He needs to stop trying to flirt with the black women. He has no game. You know, it's just like, Jaleel, I need you to calm that down. Like, oh no, your freckles are cute. Like, this is a grown woman. She's not 5. It's a grown woman. So that's one of the things I noticed right away is his flirting is a 0. It is a 0. Maybe when it comes to black women, I don't know, but it's an absolute 0 there. But all jokes aside, he does though. He needs to. No, and the other thing, I'll say this real quick. The other thing he needs to stop doing is like giving the contestants advice like when they're married couples. Like he's done this so many times where they were doing their guessing and everything, and the husband and the wife were not in agreement. And Jaleel was like, if I were you, dude, I would listen to your wife. And so the man listened to his wife because what are you gonna say to Jaleel, right? So the man listened to his wife, and the wife was wrong. The husband was right, and they ended up ultimately losing the game. And that frustrated me so bad. I'm like, Jaleel, let them have their own strategy. let them do their thing. You know, that's the only thing I would say, because Jaleel, he's been on many game shows, and when I saw him on other game shows, he did not let people tell him how to strategize with his team. So he needs to pull back on that a little bit to me, because he's done that. I've seen it a couple times where he's injected his opinion, and it jacked them up. It's like, let the game be about them. But other than that, he does a phenomenal job. I was watching a little bit before the NBA season started, guys. You know, we got league pass, so watching it before then. I watched it for maybe about a month or so straight, and then it comes on. Flip side, you see right there. Jaleel does a really good job. He's paid his dues. I mean, he was on Pictionary, 25 words or less, and you know, despite some of the criticism and stuff like that, man, I think Jaleel about to maybe build an empire here, man. I'm being just really serious. I tell y'all, no, I don't care for him because of the things he says, the way he treats people, but you gotta get props where props is due, and he does a phenomenal job. And I think that this is like his next part of his life, and I can see him building some type of empire. If you're looking for an up, it's not an upper. It's one of those laid back kind of ones. Like, it reminds me of. Not boring, entertaining, but just kind of more laid back. I remember me, my mom, and my sister on school nights, we would go and eat and do our homework, and then we would go take our showers, and we would sit down afterwards to relax and watch the game shows. Because, you know, the game shows came on before the television shows. And we popped some popcorn, and those were very, very fond moments that we had, you know, watching the game show. And that's kind of the thing that Flip Side kind of gives you. It's not that up, you know, kind where it's exciting. It's not exciting. It's not, to me, it's not exciting at all. It's very, very, like, really, like, if you want to relax, you've had a hard day, you want to get your mind off stuff, but you want to be entertained, the Flip Side is the way to go. And Jaleel I told you, the things that I would criticize him on: quit flirting with the women, because you don't have game, and you're married anyway. And the other thing is, let the contestants, you know, have their own strategy. But other than that, he does phenomenal. He's perfect for it. And like I said, it would not surprise me if this is the start of something very, very big for him, and that he does not start an empire to where, you know, must I say, Steve Harvey need to be careful. Steve Harvey need to be careful. I think Jaleel coming for him, you know, with the different spin-off of game shows. I don't know, man. You know, I think he's coming for you, Steve. I think Jaleel is coming for you. And you got to look at it and say, too, that Steve Harvey is borderline 70 years old. So somebody was going to need to come in and continue on in these game shows. And I think Jaleel's the one to do it. I think he's absolutely perfect for it. So I want to make sure I gave props. Steve Harvey, watch your back. Watch your back, Steve Harvey. Jaleel White is coming for you, coming for your job, coming for your status. And I really think Jaleel can do it. You know, I really do. It would not surprise me if in 4 years, Jaleel is hosting 3 different game shows. It just wouldn't surprise me. And much respect to him for that, because he's earned it. Y'all just trying to do all these different game shows. Jaleel coming for you. He's coming for you. I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? And we got some book releases. Well, I don't know. This is Kelly's book. I don't know when it's actually coming out. Because I couldn't find anywhere where it's coming out. But Kelly will be releasing a book soon. You know, I'm copping that. You know, I'm about to get that. Got some people to buy it for, like my friend's daughter. So you know I'm about to be supporting Kelly. You know, she's bringing out a book. So yeah, Kelly got a book coming out. Jaleel White, Growing Up Urkel. Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on it. Yes, I did purchase the book, okay? And that's how I wanted to make sure I gave Jaleel his props on doing his game show. You know, I wanted to have the pleasantries before I have to go in on some stuff here. So I got some other videos coming up. And love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.
Pray, Lord, protect me from evil and things I don't see no one walking through that every day. Silence the